So if you want to build a strong core, one of the things that you've got to do is, as you would with any other muscle, progressively overload your core. So when you're doing exercise, we need to think about adding resistance or weight. We can do that with your normal exercises. So you can do a crunch and add some weight. Hold a weight at your chest while you're doing the crunch, and you can increase that weight over time to increase the resistance. We can do it with Russian twists. So as we're doing a Russian twist, we can add a weight as we twist, start light and build it up and increase it over time. What I'm going to show you now is a couple of exercises using a cable or a resistance band that, again, you can progressively overload and add weight and resistance to help build your core muscles. Ultimately, if you are wanting a flat stomach, you can build all the muscle you want, but if you've got the fat over the top, you are never going to get the results that you want. So the key to a flat stomach and abs, if you want them, is your nutrition. However, we also need to temper this with a disclaimer in that abs might look good, but actually to achieve them does require a level of restriction that for most people is just not attainable or even desirable. So you've kind of got to balance that. If you want to build a core so you've got strength, and that is important, then progressively overloading using your standard exercise and adding weight and the exercises that I'll show you in a second. But also we need to do the big compound lifts. So squats, deadlifts, presses, learn to brace and use the core properly and effectively during those exercises. And I'll talk you through bracing. So I'm going to show you a couple of core exercises that you can do either with a resistance band or with a cable machine with the handle attachment. You only need one cable, you only need one handle. First one I'm going to show you is a Pallof press. So the Pallof press is an anti-rotation exercise. So the aim of this is to resist any rotation. We set the band up so that it's around about elbow height, or you set a cable up. So on the cable machine, you adjust the height until it's around about elbow height. You need not too heavy a weight, but it needs to have some form of resistance there. So maybe anywhere between 5 and 10 kilos on the machine. I'm going to use this with a resistance band if you haven't got a cable machine. You can do this at home, you just need something solid to sort of wrap it around. Then we're just going to take it in the hands and we're going to pull and step aside so that we feel some resistance, some tension. We hold it at a kind of around about abdomen height, and then we're just going to push out. Now the band's going to cause that rotation. It's going to want you to twist that way. So we're going to hold it out and then slowly in. And it's anti-rotation. You're trying to resist that rotation to stop you from twisting, and that's going to help build the core and build your obliques. So out, bring it in, and you're going to repeat that for 10 to 12 reps. While you're doing that, keep your feet facing forward, lock your hips nice and tight, and use that core, brace it so that you're moving in and out. If you need to make it more challenging, increase the weight, or with the resistance band, we just stand further away so we increase the tension. 8 to 12 reps on one side, turn around, and again, you do the same on the other side. So pushing those hands out and slowly bringing them in. Next thing you can do with this one is an axe chop. So same setup, and we push out, and this time we're going to twist. Okay, so twist away. And again, what you're trying to do is keep your hips parallel and avoid too much twisting in the hips, and just move your shoulders. So we're twisting away. And again, the same sort of thing. You're going to use 8 to 12 reps. So set it up with the tension there, arms out, twist the shoulders, 8 to 12 reps. One side, flip around, same position, 8 to 12 reps on the other. Do 3 sets of each with around about a minute between each one, and you're going to feel that in your core and your obliques. Give it a go and let me know. So, bracing your core. This is something that I will say a lot to clients, and you might hear in exercise instructional videos. But bracing your core effectively means that you are using your core muscles to stabilize your spine. So we engage or brace our core muscles. Now, to brace effectively, a lot of people think we're breathing in. Actually, what we want to do is inflate our stomach and push the muscles out. As we push out, there's also an equal and opposite force going in on the spine that stabilizes it. It pushes in on the spine and stabilizes it, keeping it strong. So to help you brace effectively, there are a couple of cues. The first one is to hold your hands around your stomach, and then as you breathe, try and push out against your hands with your stomach muscles. So hold your hands there, push your hands in, and as we breathe in, try and inflate the stomach and push out and hold that. Now, if you're bracing effectively as I'm doing now, you can still breathe, you can still talk. Whereas actually if we breathe in, it's quite hard to talk. And you can see the difference there. It's quite hard to talk, quite hard to breathe. So actually when we're bracing properly, we can breathe, we can talk normally, and we're engaging those muscles and keeping our spine neutral. Another cue that is really effective is to breathe in, deep into the stomach, and then imagine you're sneezing or coughing. That motion there, you could feel when you do that, you can feel the stomach muscles tense. So that is a cue as well to help you. And one final one, that's something I'd just like to sort of say is to people to imagine you're going to be sucker punched. So how would you prepare for somebody to sucker punch you in the stomach? You just tighten your stomach muscles and hold that nice and tight. So those are 3 cues there that will help you engage the stomach muscles and brace your core so that you can keep your spine stable during lifts.